Good morning, YouTube. This is me, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we had a Bellator event last night. I don't have Showtime anymore, so I missed the main event, but they do show the prelims on YouTube. That's pretty cool. As you know, it's part of the prelims to the 289 Bellator, and it was the rematch between Liz Garrido Carmouche and Juliana Velasquez for the women's flyweight title. Also, it was the end of the semifinals for the World Championship Grand Slam in the bantamweight division. Like I said, but as you know, UFC's having an event tonight, but the fact is, it's a sausage fest. So, so it's sad they don't do more WMA and over the UFC. They should. I mean, come on, you gotta find somebody to string together. I know my man coach was pissed. Shout out to my man the coach. Shout out to my brothers, Colin Booker 99, and these guys. I try to keep up my MMA as much as I can. I do focus a lot on bodybuilding, but like I always try to do it every often, especially when I see a fighter that I like. And fighting that night on the prelim was Denise Miss Dynamite Kielholtz and Ilara Joanne. And this has been a while since we've seen Miss Dynamite. Her last fight was against I think Wamanabe, where she lost, and she fought for the title earlier this year, and she lost that fight too. And Joanne Ilara, I want to say I would say her. She has been fighting for a good while. She's not ranked, but we all know Denise is number 3 in the Bellator for the flyweight division. And these two ladies were kind of evenly matched, about the same height, same weight. I think this is why I feel like Denise to me is more of a strawweight than a fly. I mean, this is why Bellator needs to expand their division. I mean, there's some women who are, to me, I think might be undersized for the division. I think some women might be better at straw. If he can open up that straw division, I think she'll do good, and either one would do good. Anyway, these women, it was mostly a lot of stand up, I think Denise had the better strikes, but I think Ilara was doing pretty good hits. Denise even rocked her a few times. So she rocked Denise, but I think it was a pretty good. But one thing Denise needs to do, she needs to work more on her kicking. Even though she's a champion kickboxer, because about a couple months ago she won her last fight in kickboxing, and it's just that her one thing she needs to work on her ground game and her stand up. She did have a couple of takedowns in the fight, but even with the takedowns, Ilara had control. At one point, she even almost submitted her, and this is right about in the around the second round. Denise hits Ilara with a good shot and put her on her butt. She was hitting with some good combinations, getting good shots in, but it's just, I don't know. She was doing pretty good. And this was about the end of the third round where, Ileana, they had a takedown and Ileana got the rear. But even though she had control of Denise from the back, Denise was still hitting her with shots from behind. Like, remember with her fight with when Talia was fighting Valentina. And Talia had the control from the back. Valentina was still hitting. And one point it was that it's just, it was back and forth. A couple of times the referee had to stand them up because they weren't doing enough. At one point, I saw that Denise was just holding Ilara, but it's just, I don't think this wasn't her best showing. But she did pretty good to me. I'm a big fan of Miss Dynamite. These two hug it out. It all gets me how these can hug it out. After you win like 5 minutes or 3 rounds with somebody, you want to hug them out? Hell no, I couldn't do that. No, you trying to whoop my butt, and I gotta hug you. Yeah. But that's a sign of respect. Maybe just me. But the sad news was that there was a split decision in favor of Ileana Joanne. And I know Miss Dynamite is disappointed. This is a backslide for her. I mean, this is the third loss in a row ever since she, lost the title, against Velasquez. That was a close fight too. I felt like she won, but just because, a little bit damage that Juliana Velasquez got on her face, and that's why they gave the fight to Juliana. And, even though Denise was throwing more better combination and punches. I watched that fight, and I watched this fight too, and I just my heart goes out to her. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she needs to work on a few things, especially one thing where she needed to do more inside kicking in the inside of the leg. That will take some eyes off, and also, she needs to work on her cutoff or like wing control. Cut off somebody, not just chase after them. Cut them off, like how like when you ever watch the rodeos, how the cowboys go after the steer, how they know how to cut them off and use a horse. That's what she needs to do work on. But I'm a big fan of Denise Kielholtz. Well, now she's defeated number 3 ranked fighter, so she's probably gonna get onto the board and get ranked. Maybe I don't know how the ranks is. If the ranks is the same as Bellator as in the UFC, she might get up to number maybe get a top 15. But like I said, much respect to Denise Kielholtz. I think she's an amazing woman, a great fighter. I don't know. She really needs to work on a few things. She fought for the title, and this is the third loss. I think the second loss since the fight, second loss since her last fight since the title, and the third loss overall in the last year or two. So like I said, my heart goes out to her. I hope she can bounce back. I think she could probably drop in rankings because of this fight, because of this loss. I mean, she was number 3. Good chance that she might drop down to number 4 because she still has good standing. But things she need to work on again. Like I said, I'm not an expert like my man Combo Breaker and the coach. Shout out to them again. But the thing she needs to work on is one thing is her ground game. Like when you get a takedown, you have to take control. You have to really take control of the situation. Also, more inside leg kicks because that takes them out of the momentum when you hit them inside the leg. And also, she works on her takedowns. You got to get control. That's one thing I think that helped Ilara is that she had control when they were on the ground. But like I said, much respect to Miss Dynamite, much respect to her opponent, Joanne. And like I said, hope we see her back in the cage again, and I hope it's just how she gets a win. Anyway, this is man all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of WMMA Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.